Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Games by Mark Wolf. This is a response video to one of my favorite channels, Total Party Skills, and his recent video for the Tabletop RPG Summit. You cover a lot of topics that I really like. I love your channel, I love your discussions. I don't always agree with everything you say, but you talk a lot about the community in ways that always makes me want to have a response. I'm always thinking about the things you're saying, and I've always kind of got this in my head. And your last video, just here it is. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. I just had to make a response here, and it's really regarding the whole community at large and how things are moving forward after the OGL controversy with D&D, how things are moving forward with Magic the Gathering, and how it's affecting the market and how it's affecting players, how it's affecting design, and kind of just the community and how everybody's interacting. And you were kind of surprised that everybody would run for the hills and that this, big love fest between all the players and designers was, ending. But there's a really good reason for that, and I've been saying it on my channel over and over again. I guess this too is a self-aggrandizing video in a way, but it's just, this is the point here. Nobody knows how to design a game. That's why they're all running for the hills, because none of them know what to do. None of them know where to go. Players are constantly frustrated by bad designs, and designers are constantly fighting against each other, designing things that none of them know how to do. They're all scrambling to try and get the least mistakes, to try and get as close to right as possible. Accidentally. That's why everyone's running for the hills. Nobody knows what the fuck to do. It's really frustrating, both as a designer and a player, to see everybody do this. It's just human nature. Everybody's scared because nobody knows what to do. You should all watch my channel. The grand unified theory of game design is not complicated. It is very simple. I can boil it down for you in one sentiment. Do right by your players. That's it. You will make money by designing for your players. People think, if you design it so it's not as cynically designed as Magic the Gathering, you won't make money. You really need to push that collectible thing. Collectability is natural. It's just scarcity. Make something good that's scarce that people like. That's how you make a collectible. It's not rocket science, Peter Adkison. It's not that I am mad at anybody. I can't be mad at anybody. You can't be mad at people for not knowing what to do when you're the one who came up with the answer. I can't even be mad that I'm obscure, that I only have 40 subscribers. I can't even believe I have 40 subscribers. That's insane to me. But the answer is out there. I put it up there. It's available for everybody. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to explain things. I guess I should make more of an effort to. Right now, I'm just really, really busy getting second edition moving forward. We're trying to go commercial, so we're talking to printers now. We're looking to design crowdfunding campaigns and looking to incorporate and get capital so we can hire artists and really do this thing right, do justice to Mage War. And second edition is really just gonna blow everybody away. We're very excited. We've been excited for a long time. It's just things have been moving very slow for a number of reasons. Not the least of which right now is because there doesn't seem to be any printers in the United States who print trading cards besides Cartamundi and maybe the Game Crafter. It's so weird. I can't believe printers just can't print trading cards. It It's baffling. It's been 30 years, and the market is monopolized by basically Cardamundi, one company. That's ridiculous. I guess most other people right now would be like, oh, these people are so fucking stupid and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, man, what idiots. And it's like, no. All I want to see is good games. All I want to play is good games. And everyone's, in this culture of, like, controversy. Everything needs to be a fight. Everything needs to, like, competition is one thing, but drama, life is dramatic enough without bullshit. You have to work hard enough. You don't have, like, if you're doing right, if you're working hard enough, you don't have time for bullshit. That's it. And I love you, Total Party Skills. The Wasp King Waspinator. I don't even know where the hell that's from. Like, how did you come up with the Beast Wars name? I still don't know what that is. But and I know that, like, your videos are all for, like, getting, people to find out who you are and, like, buy your games and everything. And it's like, yeah, like, band together, like, behind you as a creator and buy your games and support you and get your message out there, get people thinking critically about the industry and design and playing, and, like, we don't need to be tied to this or that, just people having fun, and that's all good. But, like, there's a bigger problem. People don't know how to design games in the first place. Like, I hate to put it so bluntly, but, like, it's not your channel they need to go to, it's mine. And I can't put that in a video. I really didn't want to put this in a video, but, like, to boil everything down, like, that's the point. You just need to learn the grand unified theory of game design. It's not that people need to band together. I mean, that would help. That would be good if people banded together. I would love if people banded together. Whether behind me or you or somebody, if people wanting better games all got together, both players and designers, and actually sat down and were like, let's stop screwing each other over and actually, like, figure out how to do this, you'd probably end up with the grand unified theory of game design anyway. If you got enough people trying to figure out the right answer and, working fast enough, yeah, you could probably do it. But, like, I already put it out there. It's there for you. And I have checked out some of your games. I guess I can't really do a full review, but system-wise, I've analyzed your systems. I would do things a little differently, I guess. You have an interesting design style, though. I would be interested to see what you would come up with better funding. And maybe, like, more time. Like, a lot of game design is not lucrative, so everybody's doing this as, like, a passion project to start up. Everybody does this with their own money to start up, puts in their own free time, and basically it's impossible to get anywhere in game design. You're very lucky if you do, but your games, just like everyone else's, which is The Coast, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, every other not game out there, excluding board games, because no board game can be a real game, but every other genre out there that has actual real game potential, really just needs to get it right. It's not difficult. It just takes a little bit more work. And I would be very interested to see what you came up with the grand unified theory of game design, actually going through your systems and working out all the kinks and putting out like a complete project. I'd be very interested to see what you did there. I like that you have like a whole bunch of different topics that you cover. You kind of jump around. You do some pulpy stuff. You do a little bit of horror. You do a little bit of comedy. You know, I like that you cover a wide range of things and, you know, different like time periods and all that kind of stuff. I'm more of a fan of like universal systems myself. Um, I kind of like more complete designs, like not so much supplemental, but like something that's so robust and elegant that you can actually like do anything with it. I think GURPS is my usual go-to example. Even though I guess the main hinge there is that the basic system really forces you to design a lot of your own stuff, and you have to rely on the item guides for different tech levels. I guess you could design all your own stuff too, but like it makes it a lot easier that they just put it in there in the book. But to get anything better, you really have to go to their supplements, and you know, so there's kind of like a intended marketing strategy there, I guess. Like they could have designed the system a little better to make it more complete, and I would love to see a system like that. I would endeavor to make a system like that, and I hope that everyone else endeavors to make a system like that too, because sacrificing design for the sake of marketability means that you've just sacrificed design and you don't even know if your marketability is going to work. If you're designing specifically for marketability, you're doing something wrong because you're not designing. That's the problem. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about like game designers in general. I'm kind of jumping around in who I'm addressing here. I'm sorry. It's making it sound a little disjointed. I guess really to bring it back to total party skills though, the points you're making about people and play like designers and players in this industry, the way that things are moving is all because designers need to learn how to make a real game, first of all, and players need to be able to see what a real game is like. Players need to experience what a real game is like, and as soon as that happens, the market's going to explode. Like, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be very, very awesome because people will finally see just how big a real game can be. Like, if you thought, you know, Magic the Gathering in its intro years was like drinking from a fire hose for WotC, like it's got nothing on real games. Actual collectability for real game assets. Keep in mind, everything that exists right now for every collectible card game, those are not game pieces. Those are not collectible game pieces. Those are pieces of cardboard that people call collectible, but they call them collectible because they think they're game pieces, and they're not game pieces. They're not games. And unfortunately, that applies to every game currently on the market, except for Mage War. And I feel really bad, again, about making videos like this specifically addressing certain designers or people, because I'm a fan of Total Party Skills. I've definitely like done a lot more to point out what companies like WotC are doing wrong, and you know, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, but I would really like to see from the ground up a independent designer, an independent designer who isn't me, learn how to design a real game and actually start putting that out and get designers first united around designing real games. That's something we haven't seen before. If that was something we could all rally behind, that would change the industry. If independent designers all got together and realized, wow, we can actually design things that are better than Wizards of the Coast, better than Konami, better than Pokemon. We can design better tabletop games, better video games than any commercial company currently in existence, because none of them know what the fuck they're doing. And they're all too arrogant to learn. Now, a lot of other independent designers are also too arrogant to learn. A lot of designers out there, I would say maybe 95% of designers out there, upon hearing that I have published the Grand Unified Theory of Game Design, at least in summary, first feel pain that they've never designed a real game, and then they turn off, and they don't ever want to hear another word about that again. And they will never design a real game because of it. Total Party Skills, I hope you are different.